Jimmy, objectively, Sean Strickland is a massive underdog as the lines open for this fight. How do you like this contest?
Well, what I like about the odds is that I think they're fairly justified. I think Israel Adesanya has looked virtually flawless at 185 pounds. Only Pereira seemed to have the formula to beat him, and he avenged that fight the last time around. What they're looking at is the stylistic matchup here, which is Sean Strickland, who tends to walk fighters down, taking on a fighter who has excellent range control. So what I think the odds makers are looking at is, of all the people who might have the solution to Israel Adesanya, Sean Strickland so far hasn't seemed like the guy. And, you know, to Phil's point, he's looked great in big fights. Israel Adesanya has always looked better the bigger the lights get. He's great at it. Sean Strickland hasn't proven himself yet on that stage. So as wide as the range has been in terms of the odds, I think it's justified in this particular case. A lot of people know how good Israel Adesanya is.
Megan, I want to follow up on the point that Jimmy made, that the cliche, styles make fights, right? The champion is the style bender. What can Strickland do to give Adesanya problems stylistically? And how does Adesanya's, I guess, the CV that we've seen of him line up against Strickland?
Well, it's going to come down to the pressure of Strickland, and I agree very much with Jimmy in the fact that Sean hasn't necessarily looked the best against that top-level competition. He's not, you know, a master at any one particular area. He's good at a lot of different things, but he doesn't stand out, and that is where I feel like he's going to come up a little short. Now, one thing that he does do very well is he's constantly walking his opponent down. He does not go away. He will be there in Israel's face the entire 25 minutes or however long this fight goes. He's going to try to close the range. He's going to try to shut down that kickboxing that Israel is so known for and try to just smother him on the cage and really drag out probably a boring fight.
Jimmy, we just had Eric Nixick on. If he calls you and says, Jimmy, I need a third quarterman, puts you in, what is your advice to Sean Strickland to spring the upset here?
Well, make it an ugly fight, make it a dirty fight, make it a clinch-heavy fight. Also, remember, the Alex Pereira loss, that was late in the fight, in a fight that he was dominating. One thing about being the cornerman for Sean Strickland is you can say, hey, this guy has lost late before. As long as you're in it at the end, you can maybe come back and win this. He has a tendency to maybe take his eye off the ball late in the fight. If you keep the pressure on, you might be able to catch him late. That's what I would say as his cornerman.
Thank you for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.